old library, and that was a year and a half ago I arrived at the school.
Yes.
And now we have this beautiful building. Welcome to the Resource Centre.
Thank you.
So if you like, I'll take you for a tour
That'd be fantastic.
in the Resource Centre.
Right.
So we'll have a look. And we have a library monitor program which was started by the previous librarian, and I found it terrific. So I've kept it on because the children become responsible for the lunchtime activities, and pretty much they run it themselves. So what happens is I'll have little training sessions with the students where we'll sit down and look at the database, and they learn how to check out books for students, and also that involves digital literacy as well, being able to read a screen and scroll all the way down. They also learn how to reshelve books, and they learn about fiction and non-fiction, and they're invaluable because I wouldn't be able to do it without them. So my predecessor did a great job. So
Well, yeah, and when things are working well, it's good to retain them, isn't it? So,
yes, yeah, it works really, really well,
yes.
and the children are really keen and enthusiastic. So yeah, it's a great program. It's a combined workroom and eating area. Also, new books that have come in and are about to go on the What's Hot shelf. Eating, coffee.
All the important things.
Yes,
Yes.
and of course my library aides are vital to the library. The part that they play is, and they support the teachers immensely.
Yes.
But also we've got three volunteers. One is a grandfather at the school, and he takes the chess club. We have a chess club, and in fact they're going away on a competition next week. So we have 4 of the chess boys who are going away to compete in the district. And his wife, Jocelyn, she comes in here and she sits and she laminates and laminates. So this is what our and without our volunteers, I can tell you, she just loves laminating books. And of course, I'm so fortunate that she loves it so much. Sometimes she even takes them home. I say, please, have a break, and she goes, no, I love it.
She loves it. Oh,
Yeah,
well, and I suppose she gets that sense of satisfaction. She's doing something really useful.
So actually, we'd be really behind without our volunteers to do. They're very important to us because you can imagine the volume of books that we got this year. And this, I feel really lucky to have my own space, and of course, because I feel comfortable in my own space, it allows me to be really creative with my ideas. So we have a library program where classes come in, and we'll do literature and art-based activities with the students. So this is my niece. I have imported my niece's handiwork, and I love this because this year, for the first time, the preps came and used this library space. So I really enjoy doing prep activities, which involve singing, dancing, games.
The whole thing.
That's terrific. And our volunteer who runs the chess club, he also he purchased this chess set, and he's going to give that as a prize to the students who are having a playoff. So you can imagine it's
very exciting.
And we also we do our own publication for Book Week, and we have a very strong teacher librarian network in this place, and as a consequence we'll meet once every 2 months, and we do planning for a literature festival and a publication, and we do literature-based activities. So for example, today I'll be visiting a classroom and reading this book, which was a Book Week book from 2006. And with this story, It's about shoes and shoemakers. So the students can design their own shoes. And of course, when you're reading things about shoemakers, it makes you think about traditional literature as well. So I'll be asking students, can you think of any famous fairy tales that have shoemakers? And we'll list all of those things, such as, you know, Pinocchio and Hans Christian Andersen. He, of course, had lots of shoemakers in his story. So I think, oh, and you can even see in here. Have a look at the beautiful shoes.
Oh, wow. Fabulous, and that's going to give them great inspiration, isn't it, when they do their
It
own
will, and in fact, that's why I wore these shoes today, because you want to inspire the students to design shoes. Yes, and she's very glamorous, but you can see to give the children different ideas of creating. Now I know this is a female point of view, but I could suggest to the boys that perhaps, you know, if they like jungles, they could do a jungle theme pair of sneakers perhaps. So yeah, that's just an example of how a story can just inspire students to create all kinds of things, but also give them knowledge about, you know, the history of storytelling and fairy stories.